Alright, who is in charge around here because I have a big problem.
What seems to be the problem, ma'am?
Somebody in this ridiculous paint shop just stole my phone.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. You think I don't know when my phone disappears in the middle of a store full of shady customers?
Well, shady paints make sense, but I don't think our customers are that shady.
Well, my phone is gone, so now how am I supposed to get off this lame planet? I only came here because this paint shop was supposed to be the best in the galaxy, and it only had like 4 shades of pink. So if you're in charge, you better get me my phone back. Actually, I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. I backtracked your movement through the store, and I think that one of our customers actually ate your phone.
What? Is that what I'm doing out here? Why, of all the codswallop stories I've ever heard in my life, that's completely ridiculous.
Here, would you mind dialing your number for me? Aha!
A phone? What? Was it a little pink thing?
Of course it was a little pink thing. All my things are pink.
Oh, I thought it was a candy bar.
Yep, that explains it. I'm pretty sure he ate my veterinarian certificate too. So how am I supposed to get off this planet? Oh, this is just great. Well, I don't mind if you use my phone to call your parents, but I have to run back into the paint shop. I can't use a phone to call my parents.
Why not?
Because I don't have my parents' number memorized.
Oh, no, this is terrible.
You don't have your own parents' number memorized?
Do you?
I be a pirate, me lassie. My parents don't even know what a phone is.
This is just great. The only thing I know is that they were so excited about this phone number because they said it was the first 9 prime numbers all in a row.
Huh? Oh, well, that's perfect. We'll just dial the first 9 prime numbers all in a row.
Okay, what are they?
I don't know. But maybe Mr. T'Challa does. He teaches me lots of math. Mr. T'Challa?
I'm there, lad. But was it prime, you say? I know a hobo lives about 40 miles down the beach that way, who says that if you go straight into the water from where he camps out, you will find yourself in the lair of a terrible beast named Octopus Prime.
This is ridiculous. I don't have time to walk 40 miles.
Oh, well, I'm sure Mr. T'Challa won't mind if you take his jet. Would you, Mr. T'Challa? Mr. T'Challa?
Look, you say he won't mind. I'm gonna go for it. I just hope this Octopus Prime guy can really help me.
A few inches later.
Let's see. 14 miles? Aha! Excuse me, sir. Are you the hobo who lives by Octopus Prime's lair?
Actually, we prefer the term hermit. Right, little buddy? But yes, that's me.
Perfect. Then I'm in the right spot. Wow, that's a huge pile of gold. That's got to be the lair. Okay. Checking air supply. Time to go, Evie. Hello. Is there anyone there? I'm so sorry. Do you speak human?
But they seem to have some special abilities.
Whoa! I can understand you now. And I can see so much better too.
It is the goggles, my dear. They have some sort of power to help those of you who come down from the surface world.
Wow, this is amazing. So, are you Octopus Prime?
Yes, it is I.
Oh, thank goodness. I need your help. I need to know the first 9 prime numbers. Do you know them?
My dear, I know all of the prime numbers.
Oh, thank you so much. Can you teach them to me?
I doubt that you can afford my time. As you see, I collect the most precious treasure. Did you have any gold with you?
I don't have any with me, but I can tell you where to get some.
The promise of future gold will suffice.
That's wonderful. So you'll teach me the prime numbers?
Yes, dear. Follow me into the inky blackness so we can look at this computer. You see, here we have a list of many numbers. Some of these numbers are prime. Do you know what prime means, my dear?
Like important?
In some cases, it does mean that. I, for instance, am called Octopus Prime because I am the most important. But in math, numbers are important for a very particular reason. Look at these numbers here. You'll notice that many of these numbers can be the answer to many multiplication questions. 24, for example, can be the answer to 2 times 12, or 4 times 6, or 3 times 8. That means that 24 is composite. Composite numbers can be the answer to more than one multiplication pair. But a prime number can only be an answer to a multiplication question if the numbers are 1 and the prime number itself. Whether it's written in order 1 times the prime number or the prime number times 1. Prime numbers only have a single multiplication pair that will give you that number as an answer.
Okay, I think I understand. So if there is only one pair of numbers you could use to get a certain number for an answer, that number is prime. But if there are a lot of number combinations you can multiply to get a number, that number is composite. So then I need to use that definition to find the first 9 of them.
Yes, but notice first that the number 1 has been precluded from our lists. 1 is a tricky number, you see. A prime number only has a single multiplication pair, 1 and the prime number itself. But with 1, that means 1's multiplication pair is itself and itself. In other words, the number 1 is too prime to count as a prime number, so it is off the list.
Weird, but fine. So what numbers are on the list?
We start at the number 2. 2 is prime. The only way to get 2 as an answer to a multiplication problem is using 1 and 2, either as 1 times 2 or 2 times 1. Because it has only one multiplication pair, it is prime. Once we mark a number as prime, we cross out all its multiples, which we can do simply by counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on.
I see! Those numbers can't be prime because you have to use 2 to get them as an answer to the multiplication question. 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 2 is 6, and so on. And since that makes an extra multiplication pair, besides 1 and itself, those numbers have to be composite, not prime.
You are learning, my dear. Now, once you finish crossing off all the prime numbers' multiples, you simply return to that number on the chart. Then the next number you find that hasn't been crossed out is a prime number. That means that 3 is prime. We will mark it as prime. and cross out all of its multiples. Again, we can simply count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on.
But some of those numbers have already been crossed out.
That is very true. It is of no matter. We do not care how often a number is composite, only whether or not it is composite, or rather, whether or not it is prime. So once we finish crossing all the multiples of 3 off our list, what do we do next, my dear?
Let's see. You said we'll go back to that number and look for the next number that hasn't been crossed out. So 5. 5 is prime!
Correct! Now we will cross off all the multiples of 5, and we'll be ready to look for our next prime number.
After 5, 7 is the next number. That hasn't been crossed off, so I'll mark that as a prime. Then count to cross off its multiples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. All these numbers have already been crossed off.
That is because we aren't showing all of the numbers all the way to infinity. If we were, there would be plenty of numbers to cross out.
And that's all I have to do? Just keep using this pattern? Once I finish crossing off multiples, I find the smallest number that hasn't been crossed off, mark it as a prime, then cross off its multiples?
That is all you need to do, my dear.
This is easy. I can finish finding the rest of the first 9 prime numbers on my way back, and I'll be able to call my parents. Thank you so much, Octopus Prime.
You are very welcome, my dear. Assuming, that is, that your promise of future gold holds true.
Oh yes, the paint shop 40 miles up the coast. There's a pirate there, all covered in gold. Help yourself. He deserves that.
A pirate covered in gold? How quaint.
Say, you're really good at finding things. You helped me find prime numbers. You found all these things made of gold over here. Do you think you could help me find things in a different color?